household that you've paid for or are paying for continuously. And again, do we want that type of dictatorship, or do we want to continue to have a competitive market? And we really need to look at that, and citizens really need to voice their concerns on why they feel their trash hauler is the best one for their needs, and really stress why the other competitors that are out there perhaps don't fit their needs the way they would like.
Right. And one of the things I think when we hear some of the film footage here of the Environmental Natural Resource Commission meeting is that you hear this whole issue about sustainability, about how it will be that there's great environmental benefits to having a single trash hauler selected for a particular community or particular zone. And yes, I think there is, but you have to balance that because there are also folks I know within our community that they maybe don't have a trash collector service at all that they utilize, but there's a reason why they don't. It's not because they don't have any things that they're throwing away. It's that they've gotten to the point where they have recycled so much of what they've got, or that they compost those things from their potato peels or whatever, that they're using other ways that are much more sustainable to take care of their waste, or that they're buying items that don't produce that kind of waste that you just are throwing out. And so I think that we need to have maybe a larger component to the educational aspect of it, that if you're trying to reduce waste or you're trying to be more environment friendly, there's other ways of approaching it besides saying we should just have a single hauler. And the other thing too is that you'll hear that there's this issue about how much traffic there is on our roads and on our streets. Now that issue was a huge issue that came up, I know, during the Falcon Heights debate a number of years back. And there was actually statistics and information that was provided to show that sometimes that actually this whole idea about how they impact the road, actually that there's other things that impact the road perhaps greater than the trash haulers. And also the city does have control over scheduling and how they schedule the trash haulers as part of their licensing, because the trash haulers who do come in the community, they have to be registered with the city to be able to actually do their business here. And most people don't know that.
Well, and part of that too is rezoning. I know there's been several issues what the Planning Commission has looked at, and also what the City Council has had to approve. One of these issues was the Aldi's project, having to rezone the area, and again, of course, the traffic study on how much traffic is actually going in that area. And the residents clearly voiced their concerns of having all this traffic in that area when there is a large population of children that go to school, and the conflict of interest with the school buses, with the trucks hauling in the product to Aldi's. There's more issues that were really happening there. So as you say, there's so many faucets that go in within looking into a single trash hauler that needs to be carefully looked into. And the bigger picture, as you have all these different wastes from your house, is it what's recyclable, what's compost, what can you compost, and that is a very hot topic, and it needs to be done properly. And where is the education that's coming in order to do those types of things?
Exactly. So let's see if we'll run a little bit of our film footage. Now again, this is from the Environmental Natural Resources Commission meeting of May 17th, and they have a subcommittee of their commission actually that has been looking at this topic. So that's what they're going to be talking about. So let's take a look.
Question that Golden Valley, on the west side of the metro area, put together organized and not organized districts just to have a little dialogue about solid waste. And